I low-key feel like you're less mad because it's viral and you're like into being viral.
I will say that having seen how viral it went, it now seems kind of insane that I ever would have like potentially stood in the way of you doing this, just because this is obviously such an amazing thing for your career as well as mine. Like, we're not going to state dollar amounts, but even just like the money that I've made off of talking about this on YouTube and Snapchat has been kind of ridiculous. And then like
you're welcome.
Plug Talk has been, that's a very weird framing, but the amount of additional signups that we've gotten on onlyplugtalk.com has been kind of insane.
Yeah.
Just seeing like how crazy this has been. And also like, it's a weird thing where like, at a certain point in my life, you're scared of like people shitting on you, or you want to avoid people shitting on you. And then at a point like right now, it's like, oh, I'm just getting so destroyed by people making fun of me that it's like, you just got to roll with it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like in my first or second year as an online person, shit bothered me a lot more. None of the comments about this have bothered me. People calling me a terrible person, terrible wife, whatever.
Right.
I don't take any of it, like even 1% of it seriously.
Well, there are definitely lines of things that people say that I don't like, though.
Oh.
When they bring your motherhood into it, that's one thing I don't like, because you are an amazing mother.
I mean, I feel like it doesn't bother me at all because I just like, I know it 100% does not affect how I am as a mother. And like, if you think that my kid is going to grow up and not judge daddy for all the things he did, but is going to judge mommy, like I'm not going to raise that kind of kid who's going to believe in that double standard.
I notice like every conversation I have about it with people is like, they lay it out. They say, are you jealous? Are you mad? Whatever. We have that conversation. And then they basically like kind of hit a wall because it's like, oh, you're two consenting adults and you decided to do something kind of freaky. And in our case, on camera. Mm-hmm. So then they start doing the kid thing because there's like nowhere else to go with it, because you can't blame me or you for doing something that we want to do, or you doing whatever you want to do on camera. It's like, how can you be mad?
It, so it's like, we're supposed to stop now.
Right.
I mean, it's already out there.
Yeah, exactly. Because, and that's another thing, is I notice a ton of dudes speak about it and talk about it as if this was happening to them, but their wives or girlfriends are not porn stars. And they're not like, you know, if my girl had never been naked online, if we had never shared all these other girls or whatever, then would I find it like so shocking that I wouldn't even be able to imagine it? Yeah, probably. But like the same way that you've gotten kind of like numb to seeing me fuck other girls, at a certain point, it just started to feel like it wasn't that big a deal. Now, obviously, it was a deal. It was definitely something, because, like, especially like maybe like the day after, I had a little bit of buyer's remorse where I was just like a little bit like sick to my stomach of
it was
just
a
like,
lot of this. I didn't know what mood I was going to get you in for a few days there.
Yeah. And I mean, even when I was telling Destiny and Crip Mac, which was like about the weirdest audience I could have possibly had for it. When I told you I was going to talk about it with them, you're just like, are you serious? Like,
I was like, why are you going to, I had not planned on like talking about the scene until closer to the time it was going to come out. And then you were like, it was like, you needed therapy. You're like, I'm going to go into the office and I'm going to talk to Crip Mac and Destiny about it.
No, yeah. At a certain point, I was just like, listen, if I have to talk about it, I'm just going to talk about it on the podcast. I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm not going to act like it's not happening. I'm just going to talk about it. And Destiny is probably like one of the best people I could have the conversation with. Crip Mac, maybe not so much. Like his first thing he said was, oh, I know you was mad, huh? So it's like immediately he's kind of like writing the narrative for me.
I mean, I feel like there was times where you got mad at me, but I feel like it's part of it is like we were learning each other's boundaries.
Yeah.
I came home and maybe was a little too honest with you, but you were like asking me a lot of questions.
Right.
And I didn't know how to not answer your questions.
Right.
So yeah.
And now that I've seen bits and pieces of the video as well, that's what's kind of weird too, is realizing like the whole world seems to have decided that being a cuck is a bad thing, or like that your girl getting fucked by someone else is a bad thing. I don't know. I'm not like, I was not horrified by it. I'm not like upset by it. I'm not going to say that this is going to be something that I'm going to be fucking pounding my dick to, but
I hope you watch the scene and I hope you jerk off.
See, you said that last night, is that you are really turned on by the idea of me seeing it and enjoying it.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? I didn't know that was going to be one of the effects of this.
I don't know, because I know that you think it's hot. We've had more sex since I fucked Jason than we usually have in like a month.
I got an abrasion on my dick from fucking you too much.
Every time we talk about it, you get a boner, and then we have sex.
I know.
I feel like you're trying to assert your dominance over the fact that I had sex with somebody else, but it's still like part of it turns you on. Like, oh, she fucked someone else. This is hot.
There's something about it where when you know your girl's not fucking anybody else, which at this point, and after 7 years, I feel quite confident that you're not going to run off and cheat on me. It creates like a little bit of competition in your mind, even not knowing necessarily like how much you enjoyed it or how great it was or whatever. It's still kind of like, oh, like that competition thing. It's like a real biological thing. Like, no, I want to beat it up.
I told Adam that he can have anal the day the scene comes out.
Yeah, well, we were already talking about scheduling the anal, right?
Yeah, I know.
It's not like purely
you
for that,
get it
right?
on this day specifically.
Well, I think that is good because
a good consolation prize.
Because I mean, even
for all the memes everyone's gonna make about
even
it.
before you did it, though, I told you, I'm like, listen. Right after you do this, around that time period, I'm like, I need you to be very loving with me. We need to be having sex. Like, we can't like this just can't be like a time period where you're like, no, I'm not really in the mood.
Oh yeah, you told me I could never come home from fucking someone else, no matter how broken or destroyed I might be. I have to fuck you too. And
I like you're making it sound kind of like weird there, but
no, but like, I mean, I get it. It's why deny you for someone else?
I need to have my ego satiated in that moment, especially given that like I just didn't know how I was gonna feel about it, and as you saw, it took me a couple of days to like wrap my head around it.
Yeah. Do you feel like every day it's less of a big deal to you?
Yeah, at this point, I really don't care at all. Although everybody reacting to the tape, that may be.
Oh, I'm nervous.
That may be like a test of my mental resolve, but also like I'm at the point now where I haven't even been looking at my Twitter mentions because it's just so much that I just like I can't. Like yesterday, I posted a picture of Bradley Martin holding you and me going like that. It was like a joke thing from like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah,
and that got 30,000 likes and like 8 million views on the tweet or whatever.
Like you as a fake cuck.
Well, I don't know if they like it so much as they're like observing it and they're kind of fascinated by it.
I was looking embarrassed when you posted that picture. I was like, don't bring poor Bradley into this.
But you can really see it in your face that you're like, like you were so uncomfortable with even like being in his arms in that photo.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty funny.
All right, so you see it. We just hit 500K. You know what that means? That means you gotta subscribe and get us to 600K because we are dangerously close to 666K. Let's go.